Knicks family, welcome back to the Garden Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the Cuzzo Rick the Ruler. How y'all doing, man? How you feeling, Cuzzo?
I'm feeling all right, man. Can't be
Good?
mad.
Good? Can't be mad. Can't be mad tonight.
Not tonight.
So, yeah, man. I guess tonight, you know how it is when you get excited about a game like this and people get mad at you because it's the Pistons. But we beat the Pistons. In the home opener, that's how the season should start. Yes, of course, I'm going to be happy about this. We started the season off with a win at home.
At home.
Not the first game, but at home, 130 to 106, and from jump, it was a game that was just filled with excitement. You kind of knew from the get go the Knicks really wanted to take that and make sure that was good. That oh my goodness, that it was their game. I am tired. Full disclosure, I'm tired. Anyway, so shout out to the chat. What's going on, Cuzzo? See you in here. So yeah, let's get right down to it. Yes, facts. Toon says at least we won against a team that they're supposed to beat. That's a definite fact because that's been a problem in the past. So my favorite player tonight, you know what I mean? Of course, the starting lineup, they played amazing, but quickly came to prove that he should be getting the minutes that he's getting. You know what I mean? He proved that he's the player that he is, and a lot of guys have been doubting him. But he ended tonight with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. And like 8 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from the 3-point line. And a few shots is quickly-ish. The sometimes he does his quickly thing. Yeah, man, he's starting to finish the way he should and attacking the basket and being aggressive. Him and Obi got going together. And that was good. But tell me what you felt about what you saw tonight about with quickly.
I feel like I say it every time when I talk about quickly. Like you never know who you're gonna get. Tonight is the quickly that everybody wants to see.
He's our new J.R. Smith.
Oh, but with J.R. Smith, I know he was gonna hit some threes here and there. Like with quickly the other night, he didn't hit anything. So it was just like, damn. But I was happy that he came out to perform. Like everyone pretty much came out and performed tonight. Like I was pleased with the team.
Everybody.
And yes, it's against the Pistons, but I don't care. Like you still got to get out there. You still got to hit shots. You still got to pass the ball. You still got to get rebounds, and they did. So,
yep.
Quickly got 7 boards.
Toon said Mitch had that one double game and said, "All right, I'm good for a few weeks." Listen, man. Mitch. Sometimes it's weird. Like it looks like for one quarter he's like, "Oh, yeah, he's gonna have a good game," and then it's like he's quiet for the rest of the game. Yeah. You don't see him at all. Like you don't even notice that he's playing. But yeah. Back to quickly, man. He's these are the kind of games that you want. But it's also like you said that you never know what you're gonna get from quickly. So it's kind of why like you can't start him. Like we have that question all the time of the starting thing. Like let's start him. But then again, quickly is also. Even when he does shoot bad, he does do other things. He still tries to get out there and grab rebounds. He grabs rebounds well for a guard.
Yeah.
And he still gets his assists too. But he does pound the hell out of the ball sometimes, and it sometimes does get annoying. And I didn't see too much of that thing that I mentioned last show.
I saw it though.
You did see it, though. I told you if I mentioned it, you're gonna see it. Yeah. I told you if I mentioned it, you were gonna see it.
Fast break. He had 2 men. The better pass.
The better pass was Cam, but
he threw it away.
He threw it to his homie.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. And that's kind of why I don't want to look too much into it. I don't know if he has something against Cam, or does he just really only mess with Obi? You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know if it's a personal thing to Cam. You know what I'm saying? So, and that ended up what? I think didn't it get stolen or something like that?
Yeah, they lost the possession. It
Yeah,
went out of bounds or stolen, something like that.
something like that.
But I
And it was
remember
like,
seeing, and I looked at my phone, and I was going to text you, but I was just like, nah, he saw
yeah.
it.
He saw it. Yeah, man. I just Cam's out there trying, man, and the issue with him is acceptance. You know what I mean? And just you know, that's why I do like when Derrick Rose is out there. And just to slide over to Derrick Rose, he came back tonight in 16 minutes. He had 13.6 assists and 3 rebounds. Shot 4-6 from the field and 3-4 from the 3-point line. He was lighting it up from
Yeah,
three.
they
Like
found him.
he was lighting it up from three tonight. 75%. But yeah, he came in also and he kind of got these guys going.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, with his energy. And that's the kind of Derrick Rose you want to see, man. And last year I hate that the fact that he got hurt. I don't know if it was ankle or something that happened in December, and you didn't see him for the rest of the season. Like that was it. So hopefully, let's pray for some just throw some Mark Jackson holy oil on his ankle, hopefully, and on his whole body. He doesn't get hurt this year. But yeah, man. Shout out to Derrick Rose for always coming in and setting these guys straight, and providing the chemistry that these guys need, and always just being that voice and that presence for the young guys. But how you feel about Rose and what he contributes and what he did tonight?
I think this is exactly what we want him to do. When he first came to New York, um, he averaged about 14 points a game. We were like, yes, we'll take that. And
Mm-hmm.
tonight, him getting 13, we're just like, all right, that's what we need. He
Mm-hmm.
he was able to what up, cuz? He was able to get out there and rally the team and find his spot, find his shot, and it worked. I was very pleased with just about everybody on the team tonight. So
Yeah,
um, I'm good with his play tonight.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like I can't say anything negative about anybody tonight. There were a few plays here and there. It was kind of like we could have done without that. Um, a few forces by RJ, of course. Um, he's gonna do. That's just he's gonna force some shots. Um, but let's take it to RJ. So RJ, he finished the game with 18 points, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Which you like to see? He's staying consistent with his free throw shooting. 0 of 3 from the three, which is something that he's struggled with since the season started. I think he's 0 of 9 as of now.
Jeez.
8 of 15 from the field, which RJ's done this before. He started terribly and was like 0 for like 20 something or 1 for 20 something. I remember this. And then he just went on a streak where he ended the season on like 40% after that,
Yeah.
which was crazy. So he's just gotta find a shooting stroke, but he's figured out how to get his buckets other places, and you know what I mean. He's starting to get some more whistles from the refs, some,
Yeah.
but not as many as he thinks he should be getting. So I
Yeah.
think he just needs to work on finishing through the contact instead of expecting the contact to get him a foul.
The the refs, they missed a lot. They
Mm-hmm.
missed a lot tonight. I saw some things that were just obvious fouls, and they didn't
Obvious,
get the whistle.
yeah.
So
At
I feel
home
his
too.
frustration. Yeah, right.
Yeah, at
Come on,
home.
y'all. I understand the frustration. I
Yeah.
get it.
I mean, it's and I really just hope that it doesn't discourage him. I mean, you know how RJ is. He's kind of stubborn when it comes to he's gonna keep going to the rim. People say, "Yeah, we know what you're gonna do." He's like, "All right, well, just keep doing it anyway." But he's starting to finish a lot better. There's some layups that he's starting to finish that he was definitely not finishing at all
Yeah,
last year.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
like careening off to the other side of the backboard when he was going up. But not that I want to encourage him to continue to do it, but if you're gonna do it, just get better at finishing. That's it, and that's what you want to see from RJ. Now the 3-point shot is something that needs to get better. Obviously,
I thought
he
he
shot
worked on that though,
he
man.
shot well. He shot great in the preseason, which is weird. He shot great in the preseason. I mean, amazing in the preseason. His amazing his free throw shooting and the 3-point shooting in the preseason Sorry, guys. His 3-point shooting in the preseason was ridiculously like way better than what he's doing now. I think it was around like in the high 30s during the preseason, but you know, at least he's able to still bring you the kind of game. Now Tibbs did something weird at the end of the game. He put him back in for like a minute and a half, which was like odd. I was like, why is he in the game? You guys are up by 20 at this point. I think it might have been like 17 or 18, but still, like, there's a minute and no, there was 3 minutes left in the game. 3 minutes left in the game. He puts RG in for a minute and a half. I'm like, okay, well, this seems very Derrick Rose-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to really chill out, bro. Like, this is exactly how Derrick Rose got hurt. You guys are winning of double digits late in the game, and Derrick Rose is still in the game. And I remember asking myself during that game, I'm like, why is Derrick Rose still in the game? And then he got hurt. And I was like, see, well, I'm not a coach. But anyway, you know, Tibbs just weirds me out with his rotations sometimes. I just I don't know, whatever.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, I guess unfortunately. So Julius Randle, tell me, you started off with Julius tonight. What did you see?
For Julius Randle, the only negative thing I have to say about tonight is his lack of defense, man. Like, there was so many times where he did that Matador D that Clyde is always talking about, and I see it. I'm just like, come on, bro. And he got bailed out one time because he retreated to the corner, and then the ball came to him. He was able to tap it in, and then they passed it back. He was able to get the dunk. But like, his lackluster defense sometimes just gets under my skin. I'm like, come on, man. Like, a little bit more energy, and that would have been a turnover, and that would have been granted to you. So like, that's the only thing I didn't like, though. I'm glad that he wasn't sheepish when it came to his 3-point shot. He hit 2 of 3, so I mean, that's good. And I like, again, I saw some nice team camaraderie when it came to him and RJ, and that makes me happy, man.
Yeah, you want to see them. You want to see those two, especially out of everybody on this team.
Yeah.
You if they're going to be on this team together, you want RJ and Julius to have some chemistry.
Yes.
And that's what you want to see. I think I forgot. I think in one of the games in the preseason, I think Julius went up and got like an and one, and RJ ran over. No, actually, that was last game. I believe. Yes, it was last game when Julius got the and one.
Yeah.
And RJ ran up to him, and then he like hit him on the chest, and then Julius like hit him with it, headbutt him a little bit in his chest.
Nice moment, man.
It was a nice moment. I was trying not to cry over that. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see from those two. But that's is that all you got to say about Julius? Because I can.
I feel like he stayed away from the stupid fouls. He had 0 turnovers, which is what you want to see. He didn't handle the ball too much. He didn't bring the ball up like that. He played his position. Outside of the defense, like, this is what you want to see from him.
Right. And you mentioned the turnovers, and that's big for Julius to have 0 turnovers at the end of the game. That he shot 12 times, and so once again, that goes right to who can we go to next when we talk about this? Jalen Brunson. It's and let's stay on turnovers. Jalen Brunson has had 50. They kept saying it, 15 assists in the first 2 games of the season, and had 0 turnovers in those 2 games. 15 assists and 0 turnovers. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't even be upset at all. Like, when Mitch has more turnovers than everybody else in your starting lineup, that's a good night. And Mitch only had 2. RJ had 1 silly turnover. But Jalen Brunson just brings a calm to the team that you just really. It's weird. You kind of like don't know if it's real or not. Like, yo, is he gonna wake up? He's
we're
not gonna be
we're
our.
we're so not used to a point guard to do this, you know. And on top of that, pours in 17 points. You know what I mean?
Right,
So it's just like, this is what you want, man. This is
right.
exactly what you want.
That's like being in a bad relationship and then you get in a good one. It's like, yo, what
You're
is
just
going
like,
on in here? Like, I
thank
don't know
you.
how to feel about this. This is a dream come true. But
Did you
once
see the
again,
stat during the game
what?
of the point guards over the years since 2000?
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
crazy,
gosh, that was I think I
crazy.
took a picture of it,
Oh my gosh, it just makes me so sad that it took us 22 years
bro.
to
From
get it right,
2000
man.
from 2009, Chris Duhon, Raymond
Mm,
Felton, Tony Douglas, Raymond Felton, Pablo Prigioni, Shane Larkin. Opening night starting point guards, by the way, guys. Shane Larkin, Jose Calderon, Derrick Rose, first time around.
mm-hmm,
That was that was wow. That was bad.
mm-hmm.
Ramon Sessions. I still can't believe that they really played him that entire season over Reina, but we're not gonna go there. Um, Trey Burke, Alonzo Trier. Damn, where's Alonzo?
I remember it well. Yeah, right. Is he
Mhm.
even in the G League?
I don't know. I don't. I need to check. He might be
I'm gonna look
overseas
it up
somewhere.
right now. Yeah, keep going. I'm gonna look it up
He
right
might be
now.
overseas. 2020 was Alfred Payton.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that sucked to be stuck inside while watching that. During the pandemic. Kemba Walker last year, and this year Jalen Brunson. So hopefully there'll be about 4 to 5, maybe 8 years of straight Jalen Brunson. um, do me a favor, take it over from here because I definitely forgot my charger down here and it's
Oh
downstairs.
wow. He
Yeah.
said, I mean, the internet says that Trier was suspended indefinitely from the league for testing positive for PEDs. Trier was involved in a car crash and was given a drug, and I guess they tested him after, and he was positive, and they suspended him. That's why he's not in the league. So I mean, wow. Well, what are you gonna do? Not everybody loves Trier anyway. So what are you gonna do? That was Coach Uncle Fizz that played him quite often. He was all right. You know, he gave a spark to the game that nobody really expected, and that's what it was. Let's go to the chat. I don't have any functions. I can't even let this out. But Xavier said, I like how Tibbs didn't overplay the starters, called the right timeouts, and let the bench get some burn. He didn't panic when the lead started to dwindle, and the bench started to play, and the bench played well enough to get the blown out win. Yeah, and it's true. I think he made the right calls to timeout. When the lead started to dwindle down, I think it came close to 14 or 15 or something like that. He called the timeout, and then we came out, got a stop. Actually, we lost the ball first, but we got a couple of stops, and then we jumped back up to 10, uh, to 10 to a 20-point lead, and then we never looked back after that. So I definitely agree with that. Uh, what else? We have Jalen Brunson. We were just talking about 17 points, and he's so calm and so cool. Like, what can you expect? Oh, I was saying that Trier, he tested positive for PEDs, so they suspended him from the league.
Wow,
Yeah,
seriously.
man, he was in a car accident. He was given the drug, and then I guess he kept taking it. And when they tested him, it came up, so they suspended him. And that was, I think that was 2020.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. And once you do that, it's kind of hard to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But
Let's
like
see.
I don't understand. Like you have trainers, you have agents, you have all these people that are around you. How do you end up still doing that and ruining your career? Like I just don't get it.
Sometimes, you know, and this is what they say. I don't know how true it is. Sometimes they're giving advice to take something from someone or a doctor that is not approved by the NBA.
Yeah, but
But
you test that stuff though. You
yeah,
make
man, you
sure
gotta
that if
right.
he's gonna go be tested to make sure he don't got any of that stuff in the system. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully he gets another shot, man. I like the Lonzo Trier. But anyway, yeah, the fact that he wasn't even a point guard and he started at point guard for us that year.
Yeah, but that was Uncle Fizz. So
Uncle Fizz.
I
Wow.
highlighted Xavier's comment where it said I like how Fizz didn't overplay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Xavier Marshall says I like how Tibbs didn't overplay the starters, called the right timeouts, and let the bench get some burn. He didn't panic when the lead started to dwindle, and the bench played well enough to get the win, the blowout win.
Yeah. And Francisco said something similar to what you were saying right before you stepped out.
Right. A normal coach game, almost playing RJ with a big lead. What exactly? Oh yeah, Tibbs. Just just like and like he said, almost a normally coached game. Like he actually did well with his rotations.
Yeah.
And then for a minute and a half, he just like switched back to his old self. Was like, "Go out there, RJ." And then he came back to his senses. Was like, "Oh, RJ, get out of there!" You know what I'm saying? Like, what were you doing? Like, I don't
Yeah.
like RJ. You know, I'm sure RJ wouldn't care at all. Like RJ wanted to probably be out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He probably wanted to get 20. He probably was mad he
You
didn't
know
get
what? I was thinking the exact same thing. I was
yeah.
thinking the exact same thing.
But like I can't imagine like him having like a conversation with Tibbs, like, yo, you got a minute and a half to go out there and get 20 points. You got two shots. Just make two shots in a minute and a half. And RJ goes out there, you know, he probably was like, but why? Like other than that, why?
Yeah.
Other than that, why did you put him back in there? You guys are up by so much. But anyway, yeah, same thing. Francisco, you know, echo that sentiment. So let's get the stats back up here because when I got kicked out, it took everything down. So back to RJ, not RJ. Actually, it's back to whoever. Actually, Mitchell Robinson.
We were on Brunson, but I think we just finished with him.
Yeah. Brunson 6 for 11, 2 for 4 from 3-point line, and he just makes the team just flow well. He knows when to make certain plays. He didn't get in foul trouble tonight, which is big. You know, he does know how to draw the charge very well. And you know, it's something that just we've never really seen,
never experienced.
It's just very and high IQ too. I don't remember having a point guard with all the combinations of skill, and IQ. You know what I'm saying? It's I can't even say Marbury had this much IQ. I do think Marbury was way more skilled than Jalen Brunson, but I'm not sure if his IQ was as high as Jalen. I don't know. Might be a little bit blasphemous, but I do think Jalen Brunson plays with a little bit more higher IQ than Steph.
You know why it may look that or seem that way is because he has such a cool demeanor. So it looks like everything he does is intentional.
Well, or the two-time college championship thing as the starting point guard. I do think that has a lot. He's just he's high IQ point guard. A little bit, just a little bit. But anyway, I don't want to jump ahead. Yeah, I don't want to jump ahead again. But let's move right along. Mitchell Robinson, 100% from the field tonight. 3 of 3, 23 minutes. 5 rebounds, 8 points, 2 blocks. That's kind of what you want from Mitch if he's going to be out there in under 25 minutes, without getting you too many fouls. Only 2 fouls, then getting foul trouble. He's just providing just that presence in the paint. 50% from the free throw line. You want to see him hit maybe one more of those, but at least he's not getting you any offers. You know, you don't want any offers. Not no for fours and or one.
Yeah.
For, at least give me 50% if anything. But
I didn't even see when he missed free throws, to be perfectly honest.
yeah, I do remember him making two, and I don't remember
Yeah.
him when he missed the other two. But apparently he did.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. Maybe he could have had 10 points. But anyway, I don't think he really cared much about that. But coach was like Xavier said, he didn't overplay the starters. You know what I mean? He didn't feel the need to throw the starters back in. Yeah, Quickly and Obi out there going crazy. Hartenstein. Let's just jump to Hartenstein, man. Like
he had a good game.
He didn't get any assists this game, but just his high IQ passing, man. It's just ridiculous. Just where he knows how to be, where to be on the floor, and how to make the right play at all times. It's just he does need to learn how to stay out of foul trouble. He does need to stay out of foul trouble. Very, very shaky with that. He does know when to cut to the basket. RJ hit him with a great pass on the cut to the basket. I didn't mention that. Shout out to RJ. Pardon me for not mentioning that. Starting out the game with 3 assists right out the gate, like getting everybody involved, not necessarily looking to make a play at the rim every single time. And that's kind of what you want from RJ. You don't want to see him just scoring the score every single time, but he's capable of being that kind of player. If he needs to be the secondary playmaker for you, he can do that. And just drive to the basket because what's gonna happen if you're on a pick and roll and RJ cuts to the basket? Everybody's gonna drive and try to block RJ.
They're gonna collapse in
every single time, and it's like you're either gonna guard RJ or you're gonna guard Mitch, or you're gonna guard RJ, you're gonna guard OB or whoever he wants to run with. And Hartenstein was one of those guys. Hartenstein, sorry, they're actually saying Hartenstein, so it's Stein. Let's cut the Steen stuff out. It's Hartenstein. They're saying it on the when they introduced him tonight. So I'm sure they asked him a few times to get it correct. But yeah, 6 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, 1 turnover. Like I said, 4 fouls. You got to tone those down, but 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. Just knowing how to be a great player and be everywhere that you really want to be. It's I don't know, bro. I like I said last show, lifetime contract. You got to keep him here. You know what I'm saying? 6-man role. But yeah, talk to me. How you feel about Isaiah?
He played. He had a good game. I really, I gave him a hard time last show, but he did all right. And I like his energy. Like sometimes, like I was saying last time, is that he just seems to, I don't know, just to be shaky. I mean, he plays well, but I don't know, like his demeanor just seems like he doesn't know. I don't. It's probably just me reading into it, but he had a good game. I'm glad he hit a 3 because like I feel like if he is consistent with hitting threes, it will allow the defense to be unable to get a position, and it will open things up for New York. So he had a good game.
Yeah, man.
Plus minus
21.
21. Wow.
I mean, it's the guy knows how, and his energy. This is energy too.
Exactly.
I love his energy, man.
Yes.
He just, and like you said,
he want to play.
He feeds. Everybody feeds off of that. His energy. Francisco says Brunson is special. Knicks will sponge off of him, and he'll sponge off him, and he off them. But I guess I'm gonna try to make sense of this.
No, he's saying it's relatable. So
him off them.
They'll feed off of him, and then yeah, pretty much.
Vice versa. Okay, there you go. Brunson is special. Knicks will sponge off of him, and vice versa. And I think that's exactly what's happening. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The energy is
But
good.
but that's how a
Julius
team's
is
supposed to
smiling.
work, though.
Julius is smiling out there. You
Yeah.
can't be mad when Julius is smiling. You know what I'm
Very,
saying? Like, you be
very
mad at Julius
happy.
when
Yeah.
Julius is smiling, man.
He was
And
laughing and joking around at the end of the game. Took his
yeah,
jersey off. He's fooling around.
yeah,
You
like, you
know,
know what I mean. I
that's
think
what you want to see.
that's and I don't know if I don't want to just blame Brunson, but who the hell? How the hell is what changed? What else changed? What else changed? Who else did we add to? Was it Hartenstein? I highly doubt Hartenstein's in the locker room just making everybody laugh and joke and feel great. You know what
Nah.
I'm saying? He looks like the kind of guy that, will partake in some joking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like he knows how to have fun, basically, but it doesn't look like he's just the guy that changed everything. Like, it's come on, man. I think it's
I
Brunson.
mean, but we don't even know what was really going on with him. It could have been a home thing, and he got that straightened out. Who knows? Who knows?
So
Who
Julius,
knows? Yeah, who knows? Because, like you said, what really changed?
what else changed, bro? Like, I don't get it. I really do not understand. I mean, they just trusted him. Jalen said it after the game. They asked him what's going, what makes this team special. He's like, these guys are trusting me and I'm trusting them.
Mhm.
And that's big. That's big, bro.
Yes,
Like, it's
yeah.
just trust is huge when it comes to
It's a team
being a
game.
point guard. It's, especially at the point guard position, you need to
Yes.
trust your teammates.
Did you
If you
see when Brunson was running to save the ball out of bounds, and he just flicked it inbounds with one hand without looking, and
Yep.
it went to RJ. I'm
Went to
like,
RJ. Yep.
how do y'all have that already?
Chemistry. That chemistry.
How do you have that already?
See, I
Hmm.
love the fact that he's not just a guy who likes to play basketball and be flashy. He's going to dive into the first and second row if it comes to saving the ball. That's what you want, that kind of guy who's gonna fight for it. Because look, he saved that play that could have been a turnover, and they got the ball back, and then the momentum goes the opposite way.
Hmm.
And momentum changes just like that in basketball. And plays like that really matter. People really
Yeah.
don't understand that. People don't understand why Dennis Rodman had so much of an effect on that Bulls team.
Hmm.
He's diving on the floor for everything on the hardwood. Like, he did not care that he was completely parallel to the ground as he's in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, whatever, bro. Like, yo, we
Yeah,
here. I'm
that's
six
right.
feet in the air. I'm parallel to the ground. However I land is how I land. But I know that my team is gonna feed off of this right now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of energy that Jalen Brunson is giving us right now. I don't know, man. It's very infectious. But tonight's game goes to the bench. You know what I mean? Like, the bench really stepped it up. Cam Reddish came out tonight and gave us a healthy 6 points. 3 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from three. But he was out there, fighting and trying to be, we spoke about him before, trying to
Right.
fit in with that second unit, which is tough. It's tough to do. But he's got a. It looked like there were some plays where Obi was getting him some assists too. He was trying to get him going. Obi did give him a nice pass for a jump shot, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You don't want it to just be a two-man show when those two guys are out
Yeah.
there. But how you feel about Cam tonight? It wasn't the first game that we got out of Cam, but how you feel
No,
about
he wasn't awful. He wasn't awful. Most of what I didn't like about Cam is I didn't believe in him because it looks like everything he did was just awful.
it?
But when he had that breakout game and then he
Mhm.
came out tonight, he didn't have like tremendous game, but like
Big scoring
he
night,
did a
yeah.
couple of things and he set some of his teammates up to score, and it was nice to see. He has like this length that when
Hmm.
he drives, he doesn't really need to get all the way there, and he had enough to dunk. And I'm just like, if he can really fine tune that, he will be great.
Just tweak it, bro. Like,
Yeah,
just, bro.
he will
I'm
be
telling you
great.
right now, if when he does, because he will, this will happen. Don't know if it's gonna happen in this
I don't
jersey.
know.
Not, no, it will
Uh,
happen in his career. It will happen where he figures out what he is and who he is and what his go-tos are and what he's going to do every single time he gets the ball. When he figures that out, he's going to be a dangerous player. Right now, he's not that guy. Now, when we trade him and then he figures it out, he's going to be like, oh, look what you did. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this is what happens. The guys just don't have the opportunity to figure it out. And that's what I was kind of saying on the first show. Is we don't have the team for him to do what he did last game all the time. Like, we don't have the spot for him to just have the ball like that and just go off for 22 points. We don't have that. It's just, unfortunately, we don't have that spot. But sporadically here and there, depending on how certain guys are playing and who's in and out of the roster, let's just be honest. Last game in this game, if Quentin Grimes is there, Cam Reddish isn't playing as many minutes. And that's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But that's just what it is. Like, he still hasn't solidified his position in the lineups yet, in the rotation. And that's kind of what I want him to do. And I'm not sure how he's going to do it because we still have two guys in Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier who, if moved, if one of those guys, for any stretch of the imagination, for any reason, are moved, then that opens up the opportunity for Cam Reddish to get minutes. But until then, he's going to have to flourish when Grimes isn't healthy and not playing. But, you know, shout out to Cam. Hopefully you can continue to ball out while my man Grimes is in street clothes and make it a little bit harder for coach to just not play, because we know for a fact when Grimes is healthy enough to play, coach is playing him, like, without a shadow of a doubt. He loves the guy. I don't know what it is. He's in love with the kid. But we'll see. So what are we talking about in the chat here? Let's see. Cam needs to ask for a pick and get a mismatch. He looks like Spree.
I agree with the pick.
I
agree with that, because, like I said, he's tall. He has long arms. If he gets a mismatch, he's going to score.
Right.
He's going to.
Right, for sure. He's gonna score. I mean, he's taller and longer than a lot of guys that are going to be guarding him anyway. So that's the advantage he has, especially at the 2 spot. You know what I mean? That's just, you know, you don't have many 6'8" guys at the 2 spot. And he still does things offensively that a lot of guys, no one on this team can do.
Yeah.
But like I said, he just needs to fine tune it and just, you know what I mean? Like, just sharpen the edges a little bit. When he figures out what that is, Cam is going to be a really, really good player. Everybody knows Fournier. Nobody knows Cam. Tibbs play Cam. You know, pretty simple. It's pretty simple. That's sometimes it's everyone knows Fournier is not going to play a certain amount of defense. It's kind of like attack him on pick and rolls, attack him on drives. He's going to be there. He's going to be a body. He's going to give you effort, but he just doesn't have the actual ability to stop you ever.
I mean, he had a solid steal tonight, though. He did. He punched the ball out and got the turnover. But
yeah, and then Brunson took the ball down the court and he threw it to. I think he threw it to RJ. No, who did he throw it to?
I'm about to find out, but I don't remember who. But I remember
it was RJ. It was RJ. It was
RJ.
Yeah, right. I remember it was RJ. But yeah, let's see. Do they have it? Let's see. You know how you told me how to do it last time, where you clicked the thing?
Yeah.
Let's see. Was it Fournier the steal? Let's see what this steal is. Steal for Evan Fournier. There it is.
There it is. Oh, that's not even the steal I was talking about.
Well, that was the only steal he got, and it was ready to pass to RJ.
No, that's not the one that I saw.
That was the only steal he got.
I remember it was he was on defense and he was falling out of bounds and he smacked the ball out of the opponent's hand. It bounced and then it was a loose ball, and then I guess because it was a loose ball, they didn't give him the steal. But that That was him, and I was just like, there you go.
Oh, you talking about the play with Quickly? He was running down the court too.
I think so.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
That's unfortunate. They should have gave him that one. Did they give it to him as a block? Let me see.
It's just a deflection. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a credit for that. What's going on, Izzy?
No. They gave it to him as a block. If you look at Fournier's block, then
yeah. Okay.
That's the one I was talking about.
I see. Let's see.
That was some solid defense.
The block by Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Oh, okay. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you didn't think it went to.
Why they give that to? Why is that a block? He wasn't in the shooting position. That's a steal.
Let's see.
I guess because he didn't have possession of it, it can't be a steal. Because he wasn't. I guess he was in the gather position. I don't know, but that I don't know.
Yeah, he was in a gather position. It was a gather position. That's why.
And he punched it. I was just like, all right.
Yeah, he just punched it. But yeah. This, Fournier, he knows how to play defense. I just think physically he just doesn't have.
Yes.
He doesn't have the capability to do it. I think he knows how to play defense. And that's the issue with Fournier. It's not that he's a bad defender because he doesn't know what he's doing. He just physically he just can't do it. You know what I mean? And that sucks. It really sucks. But who we miss? Yeah, we got Fournier, Brunson. We got the whole starting lineup: Isaiah, Cam, Quick. Did we talk Obi? We didn't talk Obi. So Obi, is the only guy we didn't really talk about. Actually, that's what we left out.
He actually had my favorite play of the game, to be perfectly
honest.
Was
what?
When he did that back dunk.
Oh yes. That
was my favorite play. Yeah, man. I was just like, it started off a little sloppy, but they brought it around, man. But I really enjoyed that because it just showed like his hustle paid off. Like when you hustle like that, you get the ball back, and that's just what they.
As the Knicks got the 4th seed last
year,
though, got injured in December, never returned because of the ankle injury. Toppin hesitated. Now
he's starting to get comfortable with that jumper. And that's kind of what
it looks better too.
Yeah, he's looking very, very comfortable with the jumper, and he's been working on it. Look at the defense. He took that, goes coast to coast. I think that's the play that Jose was talking about.
That was the first quarter.
Yep, knocking down the 3. This is what you want to see: progression. Year one, we were like, why is he taking so many threes? This is why. He did airball one the other night, but. You're gonna have to take the good with the bad.
This is the play I'm talking about. He got up, punched it out, and then he called for it.
Back dunk.
That was my favorite play right there because it looked like he was giving up on the play, but then he didn't, and he turned it around and made it a plus for the team.
So and look at that pass by Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
look at the pass by Derrick Rose.
He barely had possession of it.
He just tapped.
That was like a volleyball tap.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Come on.
He just pushed it to him. That was beautiful. And that's what I'm saying, man. Derrick Rose, bro. Like it's his energy is amazing. It's just the little things he does. Like Obi taking threes.
Yeah.
Obi taking threes. Comfortable at the 3, man. They're really turning him into the new age Amari. They're turning him into the new age Amari. Look, and he knew he was coming. Quick knew he was coming. That was and that's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. And that's chemistry.
Yeah, man. Knicks.
I'm proud of these guys. That's how you finished off the season. There was one play by RJ that I liked. Which was
it when he slipped right through 2 defenders?
I think he did a spin move.
Nah, it wasn't that one.
Can you hear the volume?
Yeah, I hear it.
With a rebound, batted away by Fournier. On the run, Brunson. Nice handoff to Barrett. Scores it off the square.
Not this one.
Pass inside, deflected by Brunson. Comes up
Guess
with
we
it,
could
throws
just
it
look at
back,
him.
and Barrett comes
That's the
away.
play I was
Receiver
talking about just
Robertson
now.
created
Yeah,
that
this is the
havoc.
play.
Barrett
He just
drives
went.
inside,
That's
layup
not.
is
That's not.
good.
That's not.
He wasn't gonna finish that last year. There's no way he's finished that last
Randall
year.
the rebound. Knicks dominant.
This is the one.
Right now, Barrett scoots inside and scores.
There's
Just
like
to the
four defenders right there.
Pistons trying to tighten up their defense.
I like that. The floater. I like that. If he can get the floater, RJ is going to be dangerous. If he can get the floater. This play, no, that's not the play. Look at that.
I didn't like that shot. But when you hear the whistle, you got to put it up. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, he's going to take that. I think this is the play right here. Swoop. I really like that. And one. I really like that because, you know, it showed like his little bit of creation. They've been trying to work on this shit, just being more comfortable with the ball. Just throwing with the opposite hand and going past Mitch.
He shouldn't have put it up, though. I think he should have gave it to Mitch because look at what Mitch's position. And look at, he had a defender right on. I don't know, man. I just feel like he never feels like he's going to miss.
Never. He's not going to look for anybody else.
I mean, I think
his thought process is, I'm trying to get 20.
Yeah.
That's just RJ. RJ's trying to get 20. So, but, you know, anyway, great game by our Knicks. They win.
The only thing I wish they didn't let the Pistons get to 100. I kept saying, don't let them get to 100. Yeah. Don't let them get to 100. Don't give up 100 points to the Pistons. Don't do it.
The fact that we had 100 in the third quarter, I was happy about that. I was like, wow, like, the hell is going on with this team? Mm-hmm. But, you know, damn, it just sucks that Evan Fournier and Julius Randle really ended up being a -1 in this game. How the hell did that happen?
I'm surprised he did get a -1.
I don't know. Don't ask me. Do not ask me. Big L says D Rose was fantastic, man. You can't ask for anything else. In how many minutes did Derrick Rose play? 16? 16 minutes. What can you ask for? You can't ask for anything more than that. Izzy showing love as always. Smash that like button, guys. Yes, man, please. Like I always say, pay us with a like. But yeah, man, this is the kind of basketball you want to see from this team. We played the Magic on Monday, yes. I believe, at home as well. Paolo Banchero he's
pretty good.
He's good. The guy's good. But going against a team with a defensive coach, teams with just one good guy usually don't do well. But he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna try to score crazy in the Garden. Of course, it's Madison Square Garden, but I like the energy that we got. I'm really cool with that. Jose says I don't mind giving up 100 plus as long as we get 130. True. True.
Nah, not on the Pistons. You keep them under 100.
If you got 106, I better have 130. The Pistons had 106 in the game versus us, I better have 130. That's just it. RJ and Julius Randle passing more this year. Good stuff so far.
Yeah.
Can't agree more.
It's a team game.
Can't agree more, man. I think RJ had 1 turnover. Julius had 0. Jalen had 0. I don't know. It's Terrence Ross. Why?
He usually goes off against New York. That's
why did we have to jinx it? You know, I guarantee you he wasn't. He probably didn't even play in the preseason, and then they're gonna lace him up like, "Yo, go play against the Knicks. Go get him." And then he's gonna have like 40 off the bench in the fourth quarter. Only in the fourth quarter. Guarantee it's gonna happen. But
I honestly believe those days are over, though.
For Terrence,
yeah,
I think so. I think those days are over against New York. Yeah, not in this squad. I don't think there's no way this squad is letting him go off for 40, 50 points. That's just not gonna happen. But
yeah, he played tonight. He got 11 points.
This question here.
Anthony 25. Wow.
So Cam Reddish was 9 for 15 in the last game, and in this game he was 3 of 8. So that's 12 of 23. 12, 23 from the field, which isn't terrible numbers, right? But in both games, he didn't pass the ball once, getting out 1 assist. I mean, he did pass the ball when he didn't have anywhere else to go. But Cam didn't have any.
When he's in striking position, he doesn't pass. He does pass the ball, but like
90% of the time,
yeah, he's not.
90% of the time, he has the ball. He thinks he's in striking position.
Once he crossed that line, he's in striking position.
As soon as he steps across half court and he touches the ball, he's like, he's
I
about
can
to
make it.
He's like, I can make it from here. If not, I'm gonna get to the basket. Cam does not pass the ball once he thinks he has a shot, and that's confidence. Yeah. You know, you kind of want someone who's confident enough in their shooting abilities. And then I was talking to him. Shout out to my boy Curtis Clemente. I was talking to him on Facebook, and he doesn't like RJ, but he's like, he wasn't worth the money that we gave him. And I'm like, bro, we didn't pay him 140 like Jordan Poole. We didn't pay him 120 like Tyler
he's a
Herro.
Starter for us. Like, you gotta pay him.
He's a starter, and these two guys are bench players. Yeah. It's kind of huge, which is crazy. But he's like, he was not worth the money. He said, you got to learn how to shoot if you're going to be in this game. And I'm like, yo, I wasn't worried about RJ. You saw me. You heard what I said last game. I was not worried about RJ. He's going to snap out of it. He's going to shoot better this game, which he did. And what he mainly did was get to the basket. He was like, you know what? Shooting too many threes. Let me get to the basket. And that's what he does best. And that got him going. But that's the thing about RJ. RJ is going to find a way to get his buckets and still get the team involved. 4 assists, 3 rebounds, still playing great defense. The highest plus minus in the starting lineup. So, you know, it's just, you know, the kind of basketball that you want to see out of RJ. I'm not going to pay Cam Reddish the same money that RJ got for him to not pass the ball. I'm not doing that. That's it. I said all of that to say I am not paying Cam Reddish $100 million to get 0 assists in 2 games. That's bad, bro. I don't care how good of a scorer you are. You got to pass the ball. But I do everything else I love about Cam. The energy, the confidence, what I'm actually seeing you do now. The defense. He's got to step up his IQ, of course. But, everything else I like. The passing is just not there. It's void. Passing is void.
You gotta go to the chat. Jose said Cam is open from the locker room. I can make it. I can make
it. Yeah, I swear. Can you pass Cam the ball in the locker room? He'll look around like, yo, this is where I can get it. There gotta be a way I can get the ball out of here into the hoop. Cam is that guy, bro. He's one of those guys.
And it's cool. I just think that's the youth. That's the youth in him. Like once he figures his game out, figures the game out holistically, I think that would change. Yeah, and you'll see a lot better shots. Cam looks like he's playing at West 4th Street.
He's a street ball. Yeah, it's street ball. Yeah, that's his game. His game is straight street ball. And like I said, that's a perfect 6-man. That's a perfect 6-man. He starts giving you 3-4 assists a game, 2-3 assists a game with those points and that shooting. If you can get me 2 to 3 assists a game, then you can crack the starting lineup. Yeah. Because that means that you're willing to share the ball enough to affect winning. But 0 assists in 2 games speaks volumes to me. But anyway, everything else, not bad. Cam don't get credit for the assists. He moves the ball for the assist connector. Very true. Very true. But 90% of the time, he's looking to shoot the ball.
Yeah, he's taking it, man.
Like I said, he's only passing it when he doesn't have a shot. That's the only time Cam is passing. He's never like, I got the ball, I'm swinging it. Nah, I got the ball.
The only problem is he always got the shot. That's the only problem.
He always got the shot. But facts. There was times that he did pass the ball and they could have made it. But like I said, he only passed it because he didn't have a shot. And that's what I want to see. I do want to see some playmaking. I like run the pick and roll. Like I think Jose said it. Can't pick and roll with Obi. You know what I mean? Why not? Try it.
Nobody can handle that. I don't see a team handling that. Maybe
Right.
the 76ers, but what other
Bro.
teams? Nah, I take that back. A couple teams can handle that, but the majority of teams couldn't handle that.
Yeah, two guys around the same height, 6'8".
Yeah, both crazy athletic.
Crazy athletic. Pick and roll. You kidding me? And I think there was a pass. Obi threw alley-oop to Cam early in the game. Which was it Obi?
Yeah,
it was Obi. Yeah, it was Obi threw the alley to Cam early in the game. And like you said, Cam pick and roll with Obi. I think that would be beautiful because it opens up a lane for Cam because Cam always wants to get to the basket anyway.
Yeah,
if he's not gonna have a shot. All right, run the pick and roll, get me to the basket. And if you're gonna throw the second guy at me, I got Obi cutting to the basket with me, and that's an automatic alley-oop because you're going to drag to me to make sure I don't finish. And he usually has long arms.
Yep.
Over whoever is guarding him, and it's going to extend whoever's guarding him. You can easily toss up an alley-oop like that. That's what a lot of RJ's alleys to Mitch look like. He's just lobbing it up right out of the pick and roll. It's very simple. Like I think that's just the easy play that they can run with each other. Mm-hmm. It's different when you run the pick and roll with Quickly and Obi because it's you kind of know Quickly isn't going to try to finish at the basket if there's no open lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Cam Reddish should attack that open lane there. You know what I'm saying? I could see him actually doing that. But that's just a way that I think that they can make that happen. But let's see what else we talking about. Jose says if he watches old tapes of Sprewell, it'll help him out a lot. I mean, he does, and that's what I did like about that comparison earlier is that he does give me Sprewell vibes. He definitely gives me Sprewell vibes. But like you said, every time he dunks the ball, he reminds me because of the way he hangs on the rim. It's just he does this little thing where he hangs on the rim like he's long, got the braids, and then he hangs on the rim, and he definitely gives me spree vibes. Obi is definitely unselfish. Yeah, man. It's and here. I hope Cam can flourish under the Knicks jersey. I really hope so too, man. I do hope that the only way that's gonna happen though is if somehow Derrick Rose gets injured or gets traded, or the same happens with Evan Fournier. As long as Quentin Grimes is on his roster, I don't see him getting more minutes than Quentin Grimes, unless Quentin Grimes just doesn't earn them, which I also don't see happening either. I don't see Quentin Grimes not earning his minutes here. He does everything the coach loves. He's unselfish. He passes the ball. He shoots well when he needs to. Takes good shots. He plays defense. That's exactly what the coach asked for, and it's kind of a struggle to get him to do all of those things every single game. He said you got to get a video of Cam and Spray simultaneously dunking. You're gonna have to pay me for that one, bro, because that's a lot of work. I gotta find, but I know exactly what you're talking about. If you watch Spree, if you're a real Knicks fan, you know Spree well, and the way he dunked and the way he finished the dunks. It's almost spot on. It's spot on. Grimes' defense first, without a doubt, and that's the reason why we wanted him to be in the starting lineup next to Jalen Brunson, because we need somebody to play defense in that backcourt. And it's just hard to watch when you do it. But you know, it hasn't been terrible. It hasn't been completely terrible, but it's just noticeable. It hasn't been completely terrible, but it's noticeable. And that's been an issue. But yeah, Grimes is nosy on the facts. He's always in your business. Like, yo, what's up? What you doing over there? What's this? What you got over there?
I found a Sprewell dunk that looked just like a dunk that Cam did tonight. So
you did?
Yeah.
Jose got to pay Rick.
So I'm gonna see if I could stitch it together and post it on Instagram, but no promises.
Yeah. But I'm telling you,
the way he cocked it back and everything.
It's a spitting image. Yeah, splitting image. Yep. This team is perfect if you move Fournier, Jose says. Listen, if we can shoot, one thing Fournier does do is shoot the ball.
Yeah, we need shooters.
He does shoot the ball well, and that's why I don't want to get him off the team. I just want him out of the starting lineup. But then if you do that, then you're playing Grimes more than him, and then it's like I would rather just Fournier be the third guy off the bench. Come in and just light it up. 15 minutes a game. Like, why not? Like, like start either Grimes or Cam or Grimes. Like right now, I would clearly start Cam over Grimes because we don't know what the hell Grimes looks like. But coach might see something different. Spree always look for the better shot. Well, that shuts down that argument there. Because
Sprewell, he had a target. Like once he got that ball, he was coming down the court. He was fast.
He was fast.
He would outbeat everybody there, and he would just dunk it home. He's not looking for no better shot. He's going in.
Yeah, I got to see the assist rating of Sprewell. If he got like 3-4 assists, then yeah, Cam's got a long way to go because Cam's got to average at least one to get me to respect it. Jose said finder's fee. So but anyway, man, like I didn't really expect to go this long. God, tired as hell, but this is what the Knicks do. What can Fournier do that Grimes can't? Grimes can't average 12 to 15 points. I think so. If you give him the same amount of shots that Fournier's getting.
Maybe.
How many shots did Fournier take tonight? Fournier took 8 shots. If you give Grimes 8 shots, he can make 4. Let's say 4. Let's say 4 to 5, right? On 4 to 5 shots, getting about 8 to 10 points a game. Can he average 12 to 15 with some free throws in there? Maybe gets hot with a few threes. I think it's possible, but I gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? And Xavier is hitting it right on the nail where I always come to. Evan's making too much money to come off the bench. And this is the issue that we have. This is kind of why it's like, all right, either we keep him and we just roll with it or we move him. And at this point, I think there's kind of not a handshake deal, but it's kind of like, all right, listen, you can rock with this roster, coach. So, but if you guys start losing, yes, start making some moves. You know what I mean? That's some things are gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So, I wouldn't doubt that that's kind of the thing here. I don't think that there's trades off the table, but I think if we start off the season well and we start winning and we start going, into December and we're actually a top 8 team for sure. I'm not sure if they're just gonna trade him, but don't get me wrong. If the right trade comes up, I don't see them saying no.
No,
I don't see them saying. Like, but also,
we get attached to these players, but again, it's about the team. And if you can have a better player on your team, you got to take the better player.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's the thing. You bring in a better player than Evan, then he's taking some minutes from somebody. And that's kind of the issue we're having here is we want to add minutes for Cam at this point. So either Evan has to move or Evan has to move. I don't want Derrick Rose to go anywhere. Derrick Rose is the only other guy who at some point, if he does move, it would free up the minutes for him because Quickly would be the automatic, point guard off the bench, and then you can run Cam or Grimes at that spot or run them next to each other.
Honestly, if we want Cam to get more minutes, our starters need to do a better job at taking an early lead. Because if we get up, he's taking the starters out, and the bench they're going to play, and they're going to play until they start to look tired or they start losing the lead. So switching Evan out, putting somebody else in that can get some more scoring in there will allow Cam to get more minutes.
Right.
indirectly.
So I mean, and that's kind of, or like Jose said, trading for a draft pick. I mean,
I don't like the pick.
the pick would be a low second rounder, a very low second rounder. Probably would amount to someone who wouldn't even see the floor.
Right.
But to be honest with you, it would be disrespectful. But that's the kind of move that would free up this roster.
Yeah.
Because then it allows either Cam or Grimes to start at the 2. It keeps Derrick Rose as the point guard, quickly as the 2, and then it opens up whoever doesn't start out of Grimes or Cam to be the backup.
Even if Evan leaves, I don't see it being a good move putting Grimes in that starting position. I don't see
it's scary. Yeah, it's scary.
We need shooting, and even though Grimes he does have a good looking 3, I don't see him being aggressive taking these shots. And he's still a rookie in my eyes, so it's just like his shot selection may not be the best. And it's one of those things where like, yo, put Grimes in, and then Grimes gets in, and he's like, yo, take Grimes out. Like it's just like we really gotta think about it all the way through.
Like you gotta be careful what you wish for, kind of
thing.
I mean, and I'm there with you, but it's like we have no other choice.
Right.
It's either you start him or you bring him off the bench, and then you start Cam.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And I don't know if either one of them are ready to start, but since we don't have the answers to those questions, we gotta, and that's kind of what we got to deal with until we figure out which one of those guys is ready to start. And that's probably what they're looking for. Maybe they're waiting to show for Grimes or Cam to show which one of them are ready to be entered into the starting lineup. And if we can't enter one of them into the starting lineup, what we'll just do is we'll keep Evan in the starting lineup and we'll trade probably Cam. And that's probably where they are. That's just the 2 options that are on the table right now for them to figure something out for all of these guys to get minutes without Cam getting 0 minutes. And right now he's earned to not play 0 minutes.
I agree.
You know what I mean? He's earned to not just sit on the bench. But I don't know. We got to figure it out. Xavier says, well, Kawhi's coming off the bench, so it's not impossible. I just think that's because of injury. And they just wanted to ease him in, have him play against the bench guys, which is kind of messed up. It's kind of a cheat.
Yeah.
But just test him out on a regular NBA floor and just see how he went. But I don't think that's gonna stick. I don't think that sticks. Be civilized. What's going on, man? How you doing? Shout out to you.
What is Grimes' injury? I heard it was his foot.
They're very vague.
Exactly.
They're very vague about it, and that's what bothers me. And it's kind of making me feel like maybe that's why Cam is going so hard, because he knows this is a real opportunity. Because it's not. They just want to be. First of all, they were just being cautious. Now he's missed the first 2 games of the season. He played 1 preseason game.
Yeah, and then he came out again.
And then you missed 2 regular season games.
I gotta know.
You guys are keeping something in, and maybe he's just a slow healer, and that's kind of what my issue was with Grimes.
You're too young to be a slow healer.
Yeah, man, that's what I was saying. Like my issue with Grimes has always been I don't know how healthy he can be for an entire season. I don't know. I would like to believe that he can be healthy for an entire season. He's young enough to be healthy for an entire season, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. Jose says against the good teams, we'll be down by 10 in the first quarter with 40 in the floor, and I think that's sadly a lot closer to the truth. I mean, even if he gets hot, he's not going to play defense.
Yeah. I mean, he'll play defense. It's just not effective.
Yeah, he's going to play and then hurt someone like he did the other night in the preseason when the dude went up for the freaking dunk, and he just
that was just him not knowing where his feet were. He
didn't know what was going on. He was just there, bro. Yeah. What did he even? I don't know. I still don't know what Evan was doing.
It was like he was trying to get out of the way, but put himself more in the way.
but grabbed his foot at the same time. Like it was kind of like,
I didn't
what are you doing,
understand. How did you do that? I didn't get that.
Evan? Man, like he just screams 6-man at me. He just does it. It's just Francisco says any trade must be from the position of strength. If not, no. You never know. Season is long. Very true. I mean, you can't just give someone away. Same thing with the Julius Randle thing. I'm glad they didn't just throw him away. I know there's a lot of Knicks fans that wish that we just threw Julius Randle away. But with the way he's playing right now, I can't complain. I can't complain just yet. Nah. He has done the usual dumb Julius Randle thing that we always talk about every now and then, but he does enough good to just make you just be like, no, whatever, I'll take it. I'll deal with it. And sometimes, like, you know, he got me very mad on one play. Fast break down the court. It's like a 4-on-3. And Julius just starts doing the 1-on-1. Dribble. And I'm like, yo, this is a fast break, dog. It's not fast anymore. It's the slowest break I've ever seen.
Slow break now.
And this is why our pace last year was one of the worst in the league, because we don't attack the basket on fast breaks. It turns into a 1-on-1 possession. And that's what we need to stop. That's why Brunson is here. And that's why I want to make sure Brunson understands how important his position is on this team. So, anyway, don't want to dive too much into that. But
last thing, I just want to read this real quick. It says for Quentin's injury, it says Grimes' foot says Thursday that his recent MRI showed no structural damage. But Grimes says that the only issue he has with his foot is inflammation.
Inflammation from what?
Exactly. Your foot doesn't just get inflamed unless something is going on. For you to be out two games, when you had a day in between, I don't know, man. He's playing next week or something is seriously wrong. The coach says that he has to be able to sustain his himself. So I'm just like, himself. What does that even mean? Yo, I don't know. Cam gets the green light. I don't know what to say.
But this is why you can't. This is what makes the Fournier situation so, like, you know, hard to deal with, because it's like you don't know what you got out of Grimes yet. You've been told by other front office guys, yo, don't trade this guy. He's going to be special. And then he doesn't get healthy. You know, I mean,
that can happen.
It's the same thing with Steph Curry. But you really telling me this guy has some, you know, future Hall of Famer in him? Maybe. I'm not going to say no. I hope so. No. I hope so. As a Knicks fan, I hope so. But let's be real. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know about that just yet. So, I hope he gets healthy as soon as possible. We need to see Grimes play. It just has to happen. But until then, Cam is stepping in with the way he's supposed to. He had a good first game. Second game was a little but he still was part of the team. He looked part of the team. And that's kind of what I want to see from Cam. If he starts to feel like he's part of a team, I think he starts to play a little bit better, and that's kind of what you need from a guy like him. He's kind of the same as Julius. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's very, you know, emotional about things. And if he doesn't feel like people mess with him, he's gonna get emotional. That's just I wouldn't be surprised if they don't text each other every day and just ask, "Yo, you okay, man? Yeah, you know it's crazy out there, bro." Because they're kind of the same person. Like Julius and Cam are like the same person in a way, like in terms of how they handle their emotions. So you got to make sure you bring them in and make them feel like they're family. But anyway, swollen foot, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. But the last thing, Jose Garcia says, Julius Randle's on a better team. He sees it in practice. 50-win team.
50-win team. I like that talk, man.
I don't want to throw the numbers out there yet. But 50-win team. If there's a 50-win team out of this Knicks team here,
a trade would have to be involved. I don't. Not that I don't like this team, because I do like this team. But to get a 50-win, I don't see this team getting 50.
If this team right here wins 50 wins, Jalen Brunson will get a freaking statue in front of Madison Square Garden. Promise you. They're gonna go crazy. They're like, yo, he single-handedly changed this franchise. I'm telling you.
He'll be the first point guard in 20-some years to start 2 consecutive seasons.
2 consecutive seasons.
Sounds absolutely crazy.
The last person that did it was, I think they said it was Brunson. No, it was Chris Duhon. No, it's Chris Duhon. Crap. They asked during the game. The 3 of them.
What was that dude's name? Was Felton one of them?
No, Stephon Marbury.
Stephon was one.
Chris Duhon, Stephon Marbury, and it was someone around Chris Childs. Chris Childs.
He had a couple starts.
Yeah,
he probably had the most.
Yeah, that was crazy. So Jalen Brunson is that's
Charlie
Chris
Ward.
Charlie
Ward. That's who I meant.
That's what you meant to say.
Yeah.
That's the picture I had in my head. I said Chris Childs.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I don't know, but yeah,
that's so sad how everybody confused them back then and still today. So sad how they're still getting confused. I know that. I know both of them must have hated it. Like, yo, bro, I am not Charlie Ward.
Still happening?
Is this still happening? But anyway, man. Jose says the defense. Big L said we're going to the playoffs, bro.
Better.
We better. I don't care if it's by way of the play-in. I don't care however we get in there. We better be going to the playoffs. If we win 50 burger, that means we vicious in all ways. Listen, I like that talk.
Yeah.
I like that talk. Bing bong. Let's leave that in 2022, 2021, 2022 season because I feel like that was kind of a jinx. From the moment I heard it, I hated it. But
I liked it. I didn't realize that it was talking about the subway, though. I felt real slow on that. I was just like, Bing Bong. Because to me, it don't sound like Bing Bong. So I'm just
It doesn't sound like.
More like, yeah, right.
It doesn't sound like that.
Whatever.
But I get it. But the crazy thing was, it was for the season before that when we were in the playoffs and we beat the Hawks in Madison Square Garden and people were going crazy in the streets, and that's when that video came out.
Yeah.
It was then where the Bing Bong shit should have just stayed for that time frame. Bringing it into last year was completely unnecessary. They had the sound in the freaking stadium. We're losing games, and you're worrying about how it sounds in there, bro.
But it was a crowd favorite, so you gotta please the crowd.
Yeah, it was something to attach.
Winning, so we needed it.
We can call it the Bing Bong season because it was kind of like the doors closed on us when we thought we was gonna make the playoffs again. Bing Bong, like the door closed. You know, you're from New York, you understand.
That was my stop.
That was my stop. Oh, like that was my train. But yeah, you said what?
Ling Long.
Was Ling Long last season? Ling Long? What's Ling Long?
And on that note,
oh my God. Francisco said did Ward win the Heisman? I believe he did.
Heisman?
No.
That's football.
No, he played football. Charlie Ward played football. I think he also played baseball too. He was he played every damn sport, bro.
Dang, he should have played basketball.
I was.
All right, yo. I'm tired.
I wasn't expecting that. He should have played basketball.
Yeah, I got teased all through high school for being a Knicks fan because Charlie Ward was our point guard. They called him a bum all the time. And I didn't think he was terrible, but whatever.
I mean, he wasn't Chris Duke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. If you watch the show long enough, you know that I'm Dre and I are both not big
Yeah,
Chris Duhon fans.
Dre hates Duhan.
He really hated Duhon. Like when he speaks about him, like yeah, like, this guy hates this guy. Um, Tibbs, if Tibbs and Randall come correct, even with Fournier, we should be nice. Listen, like I said, until something changes. Right now, I like the chemistry, but I see the flaws that can happen if they aren't corrected right now, and those flaws are usually centered around the defense that comes with Evan Fournier. Not his offense. His offense isn't terrible. I think he knows how to space the floor and stay out of the way and create for others also. Like, you know what I mean? He's not a bad playmaker either. That's what I do like about him. But we got to see how the season goes. It's game 1 of at home, game 2 of the season. Shout out to Be Civilized once again. Run it up. Hit that like button, please. But yeah, man, let's get it out of here, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse. You guys have been great. Shout out to the chat as always.
Yeah, man, you guys rock.
Rocking with us, man. It's midnight basically, and we're still here trying to get it going. And talk about this game that we finally won in the Garden. We get a win in the Garden. To start the season, just like last year, we weren't in the Garden last year. We weren't there this year. It was. I wish we could have been there. Sim actually, shout out to Sim from Nothing But Knicks. He reached out. He asked if we were going to be at the game. He told us to come through the Legends because we were there last year. Yeah. But I told him that we weren't going to make it this year.
I didn't even tune in either.
Yeah,
I was still on the road. I got home toward the end of the first quarter, so I would have missed it anyway.
Okay. Well, yeah, shout out to MBK fan, man. Nothing but Knicks family. Always showing love over there. And but yeah, man, thank y'all for coming out. We will see you guys on Monday night. We play the Magic at home. So just let's keep this energy alive, man. We gotta like you said, finally got a decent point guard. Bro, I'm excited. I'm excited. We gotta protect the Garden. But yeah, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out with us. Yeah. Until next time, y'all have a good one, man. Peace.